San Francisco.
You're listening to Pod at the Palace with Curtis Wilkerson on Inside Arkansas.
What is up, everybody, and welcome into the Pod at the Palace postgame show live from Union Station Brewing here in Providence, following Arkansas's 79-72 win over Kansas in the NCAA tournament. John Calipari's back on the board in March Madness, baby, and the Hogs survive and advance. They're moving on to the round of 32 to face the winner of St. John's and Omaha. Oh, baby, the Hogs got it done. Y'all can't tell me nothing tonight. The vibes are at an all-time high. Andrew, how we doing, buddy?
I could not be doing better, Curtis. Honestly, thank God that we had a little bit of a break in between the game and the post-game show, because if we had gone live as soon as the buzzer hit, my heart was going about a mile a minute. I was like shaking, nervous. Like, it was a feeling that honestly, like, I don't love as a sports fan, like that nervous where your whole body is like you're feeling something. But that's where you want to be, man. Like, that's what this time of year is all about. It's awesome to be in these moments when you come out on top. There's nothing like an NCAA tournament win, these precious, precious NCAA tournament wins. And Curtis, Arkansas ran into a good team. Like, this was not a case of just Kansas that kind of finished the season on a low note.
Kansas who played well. They did. They played well. The first half, I was getting texts from buddies that were like, dude, this is an awesome game. It was awesome basketball back and forth. Both teams came back down to earth a little bit in the second half. Arkansas was down 3 at the under 3 timeout. And then they just shut it out from there. They came out there. They were tougher. They were more desperate. They just were fast. They were decisive. The chalk talk at the end to get the ball inbound for the free throw. Arkansas, as they've done, they blew a 10-point lead, and they somehow overcome that. They don't get down. They don't quit on themselves. This is a win that these dudes on this team are going to be able to take with them for the rest of their lives. Man,
I mean, honestly, it's cool to win in the NCAA tournament, but for them to do it the way they've done it all year, it's been so tough. This team's had to earn every win they've gotten down the stretch. And we say all this about how SEC play prepares you for this. Tonight was the epitome of that. This was the kind of game Arkansas has been in, and they look comfortable in it. I could not be more thrilled.
There is no quit in this Razorback team, and so much validation for some guys here tonight. We can start with John Calipari because honestly, Arkansas had this game under control. They do what they did, right? It's not a Razorback game unless you build up a double-digit lead and then blow it, right? Like that's just that you have to. That's like a box that you have to check if you're this Razorback team.
They got it out of the way early.
They got it out of the way early. Like they'll do it Saturday. It's fine. It's whatever. But the game really started to flip momentum and everything. It started feeling real iffy when Bill Self made the chess move to go to a zone, because it took away Arkansas's ability to get it downhill with the drives. It took away the ability of Jonas Adu to cook Hunter Dickinson in the pick and roll, and Arkansas was stagnant. They were back on their heels. Kansas gets up by 3 or so there, and you're like, oh, my gosh, like, are we really going to see the season end because of a 2-3 zone here? But Cal will call a timeout. They come out. They get the lob play to Brazil.
Yeah.
Right? They calls another timeout, and then they come out, and they finally make the adjustment to bring Jonas Adu out of the dunker spot up to the free throw line area where he can get that entry, turn, face, use Trevin as the lob guy. Let Jonas cook in there, right in that spot that he was cooking the entire game. It was a great chess move. You mentioned the inbound stuff. Arkansas hasn't been able to get the ball inbounds against a press late in the game all year, but they were poised. Boogie Flan called 2 timeouts because he had him. He didn't force anything. And then they run the lateral, right? The lateral to the out-of-bounds man. You get it into Nelly Davis. That was really, really good stuff. And then 2 guys who have caught so much heat fairly at times this year, the big NIL guys, right? Jonas Adu and Nelly Davis. Jonas absolutely cooked. He was dominant in this game against Hunter Dickinson. They had nothing for him in the short roll on the pick and roll. He was hitting deep jumpers. He was scoring inside. He was unbelievable in there. And then Nelly Davis hit big shot after big shot and was absolutely ice water in his veins, closing the game at the free throw line. And he had the costly travel there, and you're like, oh, God, is he going to do this again? What do? He came back down the floor the next possession, got a freaking steal, went to the line, buried 2. Those guys were phenomenal. Great stuff
huge
from the
3
Hawks,
down the
man.
stretch.
Huge 3 down the stretch.
You mentioned Adu. You know, all the time when we're talking about this basketball team, or really any basketball team, and you're thinking, all right, Arkansas's got to get so-and-so going. Well, if they get so-and-so going, is it going to get this guy going? With Jonas Adu and how dominant he was in the first half, it got everyone going. Every single one of Arkansas's guards or wings, Knox, Boogie Flan, DJ Wagner, Nelly, Billy Richard, it didn't matter. They all had good moments running that 2-man game with Jonas Adu. Like you said, getting the ball into the middle of the paint, getting it in that like free throw territory. We felt like Kansas was kind of weak on the interior. Arkansas, they had like 28 paint points in the first half or something crazy like that.
It was crazy.
You mentioned the switch in zone, which, of course, I mean, the story of the game here is it's 47-44 at halftime. It's a freaking barn burner. The team, Arkansas outscores Kansas 32-28 in the second half. Both teams made good adjustments. The reason why Arkansas was able to overcome the zone that Kansas went to and them kind of going through a lull there like they do every game, they defended on the other end. You hold Kansas to 28 points in the second half.
Yes.
That's something we kind of saw all the ingredients of what's made this run cool for Arkansas. We saw all of it. We also saw some new wrinkles with Boogie Flan giving them a ton of minutes.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that, I'm sure.
Yes.
But it was just cool to see Arkansas win in different ways. In the first half, they were kind of comfortable playing both games. They were comfortable in a shootout. They were also comfortable in a slugfest and a rock fight. They had to kind of do both. They won both halves. This was an awesome performance.
Yes, and they had they were fighting through foul trouble in their front court in the first half because you had Z and Trevin with 2 fouls. You got Carter Knox and Billy Richmond guarding KJ Adams, and they were able to navigate that and figure it out. Really impressive. I want to give you credit for a call that you made on Inside Arkansas Live today about Bill Self saying, hey, if we can play through Hunter Dickinson, that's like our key to success. And you were kind of like, is it really though? Right away, they were going to him over and over and over any way they could. He was initiating everything. Yeah. He was getting touches every possession. He had 11 points and I think 4 assists at halftime. Hunter Dickinson didn't score in the second half of this basketball game. He didn't freaking score. He had, 17 and 20 against Jonas Adu in their matchup in Maui last year. They flipped the script on this. Jonas busted his ass, man. That was really, really freaking cool to see. So happy for these guys, man, because damn it, I know it's like our theme since we've been here has been the vibe test, the vibe test. This Arkansas team continues to pass it. It just would not have been fair. It wouldn't have felt right if right when you feel like this team is starting to get going that the season ends.
Yeah.
It just wasn't time. And there was no way I was ready to accept that. And I'm so happy that they were able to get over the hump and do this. So happy for John Calipari, who he probably actually doesn't really listen to the media stuff. He's got his grudges with certain guys, but I think he's comfortable enough in his own skin at this point to where he's not stressing what people have to say about him so much. But I'm just happy for him in the way that I'm happy for Arkansas fans who can continue to fully embrace this guy who's done so much for the community, and now he's kicking ass on the basketball court too. He still got it. People, I don't see any Kentucky fans in here denying that now. That was freaking awesome, man. And now I'm to the point, they won this game. This is success no matter what, but I'm looking at it with the way they played tonight, and I'm saying, go out there and get St. John's.
Might as
go
well.
out there and get them.
The feeling of confidence that we talked about on the show this afternoon, the feeling of confidence that we've kind of felt growing with this fan base, the way that they've fallen in love with this team. Arkansas is absolutely going to have that on Saturday, regardless of what St. John's does here tonight. And now, Hog fans, you get to kick back, watch St. John's. They're about to get going over there right down the road. And we just kind of get to look and say, oh, man, we can be good here. But going back to Cal and kind of what it means for him, we've always pushed back against this narrative that these coaches really fluctuate each year. And that when you go on an Elite 8 run, hey, that coach is good now. And then he loses in the first round. Okay, now he's bad. Really, this is a madness tournament. You never really know. Sometimes the games happen. Sometimes a CPA named Jack Golke hits 10 threes and you lose a game. The fact that it's not really about whether or not like Bill Self lost an NCAA tournament game today, went 0-1. I don't come away from this game being like, wow, Bill Self, scared, Bright's light's too big. Really, both of these teams were good. This didn't feel like a 7-10 game. I don't look at Kansas any less, although I'm sure their fans don't feel that way. But really, it's just good for Cal to get that win to just shut that talk up. Right. So we can get back to normalcy and be like, hey, this guy's not a moron. He didn't just forget how to coach overnight. Right. Like he's capable of winning in the NCAA tournament. Arkansas's got a good team. It's all about whether or not you have the horses. Arkansas's got the horses. Man.
Hey, you struck a nerve with one of our resident CPAs, just so you know.
Oh, really?
Not really.
Oh, I was like, damn.
Oh man, no. And by the way, I see some people asking about John. We came over here to start the postgame show. John is in the locker room. He's in the locker room interviewing the players after that win. So be on the lookout even after this show concludes for him to get those interviews uploaded, and we should have a lot of really good stuff from the locker room. It's not producer John, it's boots on the ground John down there in the locker room.
It's reporter John is what it is.
Yes, reporter John Neighbors. You know what I feel like we need?
Yeah.
You remember that, like the screenshots and everything, or the videos of, we got it on Pinata Farms, of John Calipari when he was walking his dog in the stroller before he came to Arkansas.
Oh yeah, that's classic.
We got to superimpose Bill Self onto the stroller because he's kind of son Bill Self at this point. Listen,
I love that John Calipari is 2-1 against Bill Self in the NCAA tournament now. Two of the most memorable national title games of the last 30 years.
Yes,
and then this game.
Yes, and it's not even Cal so much as it is Arkansas. Like they met 2 times in the last 3 years or whatever in the NCAA tournament. Arkansas's beat them. You beat them in a game that doesn't count, and then you beat them here in the NCAA tournament. You end Hunter Dickinson's career. That's just incredible, man. Unbelievable stuff. And, this is a Kansas team. Again, it's not just Dickinson. You got DeJuan Harris. You got KJ Adams. You got guys who started for national championship teams. Like DeJuan Harris has cut down the nets before.
Yeah.
And it was Arkansas that was poised and made the plays down the stretch. Another guy that I'm really happy for, really proud of, is DJ Wagner, man, because he showed vulnerability, I thought, at the press conference yesterday when he was asked about the Oakland game and what that did to him. And he talked about how bad it hurt and how it stuck with him and how it challenged him mentally. But he was locked the heck in this basketball game. Was really good. So poised as a point guard. Let's talk about Boogie Flan for a minute, because I got to tell you, I was very, very pleased with how he looked out there, which I thought was comfortable, smooth, not forcing it, not trying to do too much. And I was very, very pleased with the way John Calipari deployed him and used him in his role. He was the floppy guy a lot of times. When they needed ball handlers, they put him on the ball. I thought it was flawlessly executed with Boogie Flan in this game. And he had some big-time plays too, buddy.
It's weird. You could kind of tell it was his first game back, and you could tell he wasn't...
His handle was a little shaky early.
And like we said, and by the way, I don't know, in the first half, I don't know if he dribbled more than twice in the first half. He was very much passing it around, trying to get in the flow of things, which, by the way, we all knew would happen. We all predicted that he would kind of try and ease his way into this. I saw some people in the chat mentioning his defense. He was active. That's one of the things he did so well early in the season.
When Arkansas couldn't figure out anything against that zone, they got down 3. He got the steal and the layup that sparked the run that won the game for Arkansas.
And ultimately, he ends up 2 for 7 from the floor, goes 0 for 4 from 3. Obviously, sure, I'd rather you knock down a few shots. We thought that the spot-up shooter role, that was his first shot attempt, was a nice spot-up 3, and we're like, that's where I was cool with all the attempts, and I don't feel – and he didn't turn the ball over, which I love, and he was active on the other end. He was moving it around. I thought he was fine. I thought he just kind of gave Arkansas another threat, another dimension like we thought. He'll be better. He'll have better days. But I was kind of pleased with the way everything went with him. I didn't feel like he disrupted that rhythm at all. The way that the narrative was spun of, Boogie's going to come back and it's going to radically change everything. I thought it was actually important because the 2 freshmen are always the 2 variables for Arkansas in pretty much every game. Arkansas really didn't get much out of either of those freshmen. Carter had some good moments early. Billy played a good bit here and there. It wasn't horrible, but neither of those guys really gave Arkansas a punch.
Right.
I saw some people saying, never shoot a jumper, Billy.
I'll be fine
tonight. Billy, they're daring you to shoot it, buddy.
We call you Downhill Bill for a reason.
But that's why I felt like Boogie and Boogie's ability to get to the rim and kind of create action had some of that two-man game with Jonas as well. Arkansas kind of needed that dimension a little bit in a game where neither of their freshman wings really gave them anything.
Yeah. Holy cow, man. Wow. We're just so impressed, man. So impressed with Arkansas and John Calipari. And folks, again, if you're in Providence, you walked out of the game and you just put this up on your phone or whatever, we're right down the road at Union Station Brewing here. Really cool spot in Providence. They told us when we came here and asked them if we could do this. They're huge basketball fans. Providence is an awesome basketball town, by the way. And the manager here, he's goated, but he was like, we'd love to host you guys. We can set you up right here. This is where Jeff Goodman and the Field of 68 did their podcast when Ed Cooley came back to Providence. And we're like, we're going to come here and have a hell of a lot better of a show than those guys. And now here we are. So, but no, really cool spot. Come hang out with us. And we appreciate everybody for being in here in the chat right now during March Madness, because I know there's other crazy games going on right now. But you're tapped into the Razorback news and the celebration, and we will get to your chats here momentarily.
As we see the super chats coming in, and I promise
don't worry.
We will get to every super chat. Thank you guys so much. We love that. We noticed that. I promise you we're getting to it. I know sometimes it's a little bit tough, and we're trying to give our reactions. We absolutely are going to get through all these chats. Don't you worry.
6 of 24 from 3 for Arkansas. But, man, it's hilarious because we were talking about who will lead Arkansas in scoring in this game. That was a question that was asked to us on Inside Arkansas Live. We were talking about Adu. I don't think either one of us had him for 22.
John did. John
he?
had him not for 22, but he kind of was like, I think he's going to lead him in scoring.
I like that. No, I like that a lot. He was phenomenal. But, I remember saying, I keep trying to talk myself into Nelly Davis because, maybe he has a March Madness game. He hits 4 or 5 threes. I didn't go there. I wound up saying DJ, who had 14. He was really good. Nelly was 18 points. He was 4 of 9 from 3. My goodness, man.
If Nelly has a game like that, Arkansas most likely wins.
Yeah.
If Nelly had 12 points, Arkansas doesn't win. You know what I mean?
The guy that we haven't even brought up yet, which is ridiculous, Trevin Brazil, another double-double for TB, 11 points, 12 rebounds, and he was in foul trouble and set out. That's 13 minutes of the first half.
Effort in the second half
on the offensive
was
glass,
unbelievable. I mean, he had a couple putbacks, but just keeping things alive, and even the plays he didn't make. that was a dude you could tell who wanted to play in the NCAA tournament, who wanted to be here. And that's kind of the thing with Trevin. Sometimes you watch him play and you're like, does he want to be here? Dude wanted to be here.
Oh, he
wanted to be
he wanted
here.
to stay a while.
You love to see that, man. I mean, it was just so cool to see all these pieces kind of stepping up, and you're getting, maybe not the best possible version of each guy, but I feel like Nelly Davis, we got the Nelly Davis we know and love. We got the TB we know and love. We got the Jonas Adu we thought we were getting preseason. I mean, it's just good stuff.
It was almost like Trevin was jumping off of a trampoline out there on the floor.
Oh my God, yeah,
dying for some offense.
Hey, my favorite bucket of Jonas's of the day is he made a little move and got past everybody, and Dickinson was behind him, and he kind of let up a floater and then went and cleaned up his own floater with a dunk because he was just like, why not do that? There was nobody in between me. He was like expecting more of a contest, and then he's like, I'm wide open. Let me just dunk it. I love that.
Man, Jonas Adu's his pick and roll game was an absolute clinic today. That was he was so awesome. Smart, man, about, some guys will set screens and they'll just turn and turn their head and roll hard to the basket. He was short rolling to open space, catching it right inside the free throw line and hitting that floater over and over.
The guards did a great job getting him the ball, too.
Yes.
It was like they were very decisive, which, I mean, it's just cool to see how that's evolved, because early in the year, it was complete. I mean, that was just not a part of Arkansas's game.
Yeah.
It was cool to see it evolve where you see those guards kind of had a good chemistry with them of, hey, this is the open spot. Let's go here. They're both on the same page.
Yeah, that was awesome, man. Okay, let's get to the chats because I know people are freaking fired up here. And I'll start rolling through the super chats and everything. If you see anything that you like, just pop it up there and we'll roll through it. I do want to pull this up, not a super chat, but it was the first one we had. It's from Jeff Jackson. He said, "This season has now met my expectations. All bonus from here. This is what I asked for when we saw this roster built.
Yeah.
Get to the tournament, win a game. And
not revisionist history.
No, and that's not the end goal. Like, no, hell no, keep going, right?
Yeah.
But I thought, like, bare minimum, what could we have at the end of the season and be like, you know what? Job well done, boys. And they've done that now. They're not freaking satisfied, though, and neither are we.
And, dude, ultimately, really, like, not to be, like, weird and, like, sentimental here, all you want out of your sports team is for them to make you proud. And that's what this team has just really done. And, like, obviously, when they win games, you're proud because they win, and you're proud of the progress they made. But, like, when you just watch this team play, you never are, like, embarrassed. We're like, even when you think they're going to lose, you see how hard they're playing. That's really, like, ultimately, you can ask for more. You can ask for wins, but it's like, that just gives you the warm, fuzzy feeling. When you see your team out there and you're like, that's our squad. Those are our guys. They're playing hard. They're playing for the state. They're playing for each other. You can see that with this Arkansas team. And I honestly didn't think we would see that from Kansas. Kansas was game as hell, dude. Their wings in the first half, dude. Their wings, I mean,
Zeke Mayo was a baller.
Zeke Mayo was balling.
But
Thor hit a couple threes.
When that dude's hitting threes, Kansas usually wins.
He hit another pull-up mid-range in the second half. That's when I was like, dude, Arkansas's going to lose.
And then down the stretch of the second half, DeJuan Harris started actually scoring. I'm like, holy
okay, when DeJuan Harris picked up those 2 fouls in the first half, I kind of thought this might low-key be good for Arkansas because they were kind of attacking him defensively a little bit. He was really having trouble staying in front of those guys, and he wasn't doing anything offensively. He started playing the passing lanes, making some things happen. He picked DJ twice in a row.
I know.
just passes out on the perimeter.
They took Billy out of the game. They put Carter in the game. It's like DJ at the top of the key and Carter on the wing. And DJ was just hell-bent on making that pass to the wing. And, like, it got deflected out of bounds one time. And it's like, all right, we'll get it inbounds. We'll try to do it again. And they stole it and went coast to coast. I'm like, I don't know. Just go to the other side, my guy. But, Kansas really started to pick it up. And, honestly, that's a Kansas team that is, I think they were 11th in the country in defensive efficiency. Like, they've hung their hat on defense. And you force those dudes out of what they do into a zone. Like, that's how effective Arkansas's offense was getting downhill and attacking them. What's the key to beating Kansas? It's make Hunter Dickinson more of a defensive liability than an offensive asset. You get him in ball screens. You get him in middle pick and roll. They had to get completely out of their schemes and their style of playing basketball because Arkansas was busting their ass, and they found a way to overcome it. Took them a while to adjust, but they did, and they won the game.
But when Hunter Dickinson has 0 points in the second half, it's not hard to outperform that.
That's
ultimately
also true. Yeah,
this game was basically a case of both teams making a ton of shots in the first half, looking really good offensively, and it was almost like we were all calling their bluff.
Yeah.
Like Kansas called Arkansas's bluff. Like, oh, yeah, you hit a couple threes. Nelly hit a 3 in the half. You're not going to hit those shots in the second half. And Arkansas didn't. Same for the other side. Like, where Kansas hit, like, a ton of tough shots, just tough pull-up threes. And you kind of felt like that's not going to continue. And like I said, Arkansas is kind of comfortable playing in either style of game. And I think that's what's very encouraging, to see those in-game adjustments on both sides, see the chess move playing out. And like you said, it just really, down the stretch, it wasn't like it took that many buckets, just took a couple.
Yeah.
Cal drew them up. And Nelly hit him.
Let the chalk talk, my man. Unbelievable stuff. Into the super chats. And, man, if you're out and about, come out to Union Station Brewing and hang out with us. We got a couple of Razorback fans over here
chilling with us.
Very cool. But, yeah, coming out. This is a really cool spot, man. I like the vibes out here. But everybody who's listening and who has listened throughout all of this, thank you, man, so much. Yeah. Just seeing the numbers of people watching this live who just really appreciate the Razorbacks and like to hang out with us and talk about it makes you feel really good, man. So that's really cool stuff. But let's see. What did T Razorback says? Cal avoided those allegations. Yeah, he did.
Sure did.
You can't. I mean, listen. That's a thing of the past now at Kentucky. We're done talking about it.
Undefeated as an NCAA tournament coach with the Arkansas Razorbacks.
Exactly. And now we get to watch this Kentucky game tomorrow and just I mean, we're going to be just laid back.
You better win. You better make quick work of Troy, or you better do it. We'll be respectful. We'll be a lot more respectful than y'all are. But I'm just going to say, you better, if you want to still say anything to us ever, you better win at minimum 3 tournament games.
Big Salty Hog, as always. Love the name.
Love it.
Says C-Dub, who is Jonas and where is this man been? Go Hogs. Well, here's what I'll tell you. And Jonas has been hurt all year, and he's talked about it. And it's been a long road for him to get back comfortable playing at a way that he's capable of playing. Jonas Adu was an all-SEC player at Tennessee last season. This is the best basketball Jonas Adu has played in his career. Like, he's not just back to Tennessee levels of Jonas. He's dominant out there right now. I mean, he's a damn All-American level player right now in this moment.
I mean,
what did
he average last year? Like 12, 13,
it was like 11.7 and 7 points.
Yeah, and like Kentucky plays a little. I mean, Tennessee plays a little bit of a different style, but like I wouldn't say they were like centering their offense around him. But he was the offensive key in this game. He was the catalyst that kind of got everything going for Arkansas.
Dude was He
outplayed Hunter Dickinson,
yes,
who is widely considered one of the best big men in college basketball the last 4 years.
He's also a hack, Hunter Dickinson. But the thing about him is he's so big. You know what I mean?
Large.
He's so big that he just moves bodies. Like, he's so heavy, you can't move him. And like sometimes I think he's just got so much ass to him that he doesn't even know that he's fouling. But it's crazy. That's a big man,
dude. The level of skill and talent on that floor tonight. That just was not no damn 7-10 matchup. It just wasn't, dude.
It's what an Arkansas-Kansas game is supposed to look like. The seeds don't make any sense.
When y'all watch the war machine of this in 10 years, you're going to be like, what was that, a 3 versus 2? Or like, what was that, a Sweet 16 game between a 1 and a 4? Like, what was that?
Yeah, 7 versus 10. Is that their ranking in the AP poll? Is that what's going on here? I mean,
there's a lot of really good players. It's so funny that the season started with an exhibition win over Kansas where we thought we were beating the number 1 team in the country.
Yeah.
And this one feels a little bit sweeter than that.
First round of 64 loss since 2006, I believe it is, for Kansas. So,
and that was pre-Bill Self, right?
Maybe not.
I feel like I read a thing that Self had never lost in the first
or maybe
round.
It's the first would be the first time they make a Sweet 16. Maybe that's what it is.
Maybe.
I think that might be what it is. Yeah. Goodness gracious, man. Woo. Okay. Let's see. Casey. So now I got to book a weekend in Providence. Let me tell you something.
I mean, there are far worse places you could book a weekend.
The first 3 hours we were here, we were concerned.
Yeah.
We were a little bit worried about it.
That wasn't Providence's fault.
No, but once we got to our new spot and we got to roam around a little bit, this place is awesome. I love it because, like we said at the top of the show, it's a college basketball town around here.
Big time.
You got Providence, you got Rhode Island, you got Brown out of the Ivy League. Like, there's 3 colleges right here. But it's like, what do you think about Big East? You think about basketball. And people are dialed in, man. Absolutely. And you know what I love about it too is, and maybe people are just being nice to us because we walk in their businesses and they're like, oh, they're going to buy beer or whatever.
They look like drinkers.
But everybody's like, oh yeah, Arkansas, man. Yeah, Arkansas. Yeah.
I gotta say,
screw Kansas, whatever. But they're all St. John's fans now. It's fine.
Every St. John's fan I've met has just been the man. I read this. I met this guy at the pub earlier that was just came in off a ferry from Long Island.
Wow.
And he was like. I'm here to watch the Johnnies. like bet, dude. He was just like this bald old guy. And he was like, I don't do tournaments. I don't do the brackets when my team's in. When St. John's is in, I don't do them.
Good.
I've really liked the vibe of the town and the 4 teams here, honestly. Yeah. I mean, including McNeese and all that. It's just been cool. It's been a cool atmosphere here.
It's been awesome. Yeah, shout out to McNeese and Will Wade.
Shout out to McNeese, man. Shout out to the Dogs here winning. And Omaha is up 7-2. The Dogs are hot in Providence.
Yeah. God, could you? Never mind. We're not going to go there yet. We'll see what this looks like at the end of the show. Chef Boyar Lee, our guy,
our
says,
guy,
how
real,
about
man.
them hogs, baby? Yeah, how about it, man? Hope you're doing well.
Yeah, we haven't seen him in a minute.
Oh, we haven't seen him in a minute.
We
We got to
haven't
start going back out to
We haven't
Leroy
seen
again.
him since that establishment messed up his order that one time.
Yeah.
Not that unnamed establishment.
Man.
Maybe that's why I didn't hang out with us anymore. He's like,
Yeah, great recommendation, guys. Yeah, I'm really going to come to Union Station Brewing if you guys are wrecking it. Like, just don't get the duck or whatever it was. Oh, man. Caden Jowers, he said, Dickinson searching for jobs on LinkedIn as we speak.
Hey, you remember when Arkansas fans, we were like all in about getting Hunter Dickinson?
Yeah, it was Meat Watch. Who was the kid's name on Twitter?
Martz, I think, right?
David Martz. Yeah, that was really
Shout
cool.
out to Marty Mush for breaking that he was interested in Arkansas.
Yes.
It was like on Marty Mush's podcast.
Oh my gosh, man. Wild times. What else we got here? You guys are awesome.
Tons, dude.
Travis, he said, hide the mashed potatoes, woo pig.
Absolutely. Dude,
I
Providence
you know what?
is about
Hey,
to
it's
see
fine. It's a night for it.
Providence, these next 36 hours or so, Providence is about to see some illegal activity, some just crazy stuff out of the Inside Arkansas boys. John's vibes, dude, they're gonna be through the roof. He's been a little like on edge during this trip. Hopefully this gets him off the edge.
Yeah. There was palpable tension coming from his dome this morning. He was just in a bad place, man. He shook it off quick.
Yeah.
But I think he just needed to get out there to Snookers and make sure everything was good to go. How awesome is that show going to be tomorrow too?
Snookers is a sweet ass spot. I mean, I know we're at another sports bar right now. But
We got to talk to him after this about Saturday. Like Saturday's a big day, but can we come back? Like
this establishment has already approached us about Saturday.
We already got it.
Well, we'll talk after. We'll talk after.
Okay. All right. Good. Yeah, do what you got to do with the mashed potatoes, man. Have at it.
Yeah.
Get crazy, buddy. Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no, Chris.
You knew we'd have a little bit of BB in.
He says, normally UK fans would have cheered for you all being SEC brethren, but what created the bad blood was from the get-go. You all ran your mouth. That's right.
We were running our mouth.
And we're running our mouths right now. You can't tell us nothing. Chris, we're glad you're here.
Hey, Cal got an NCAA tournament win at Arkansas before Pope got one in his entire life.
And that's always going to be a fact.
100% going to be a fact.
I mean, was it his 58th of his career? I think it is.
I mean,
at this
it's
point.
a throwaway.
Yeah, maybe one day. But Mark Pope, they had their moment of silence at practice, and then we'll see how they do tomorrow. But I just hope Troy gives them hell at least until halftime. They're gonna win that game, but it'd be funny.
Troy can't shoot.
JB Smith, we appreciate you, buddy. He says the stats may not show it, but I don't think we win that game without Boogie. 0 turnovers and 3 steals was huge. Yeah, I am. I'm super impressed with Boogie. Right away when he came in, he just seemed a little like when he was putting it on the floor, you were kind of like, how comfortable is he? But he got into a groove of things. I think his first points are at the free throw line, which is it's good. Yeah. You get there, you just get stand up there. It's muscle memory. But when you really knew, okay, like you can play him tonight, is when he tried to put KJ Adams in the rim.
Okay, let's talk about that. Boogie, I didn't see a replay of it. Boogie was assaulted, was straight up like murdered.
Yeah,
and then a few minutes later, Billy Richmond was like smacked over the middle like Ed Reed.
Oh, KJ Adams, he's office linebacker, bro.
How did Billy not go to the free throw line after that? By the way,
okay, I was sitting by Courtney Mims up there at Impress Row, and we were talking about the exact thing. It's like, I guess it's if you're jumping up for a lob, it's not technically a shot attempt yet, but it's like
yes, but I'm like, you don't like fully grasp the ball.
We might need to consider that, because otherwise, why wouldn't you just take a guy out every time? It's like pass interference,
dude. It literally was like Ed Reed, bro. It was crazy. It was like Rodney Harrison over the middle.
He landed right on his tailbone too, man.
Yeah.
And then he had that electrical stem heat pack belt on like the whole game after that. He's going to be sore tomorrow, Billy Richmond. Goodness gracious. But yeah, no, Boogie was he was awesome. He was great, and they trusted him down the stretch in that game. And it didn't, like, what were we really thinking about? Well, how is it going to impact DJ and Nelly? Yeah, and it didn't. In fact, they might have been better.
Boogie was also very open to defer.
Yes.
He was not in a pissing contest at all.
And Carter and Billy, like, those guys still played plenty. How many minutes did Boogie wind up playing?
24.
24. Okay,
Yeah.
and then what do we get from the other guys? Let me look at this real quick.
It was pretty spread out for the most part. Billy played 19. Carter played 16.
But Carter was in foul trouble.
But
and so
DJ Wagner played 40.
yeah, good God. Yeah. I'm really not upset about the role there. He actually played a few more minutes than I thought he would, but there's just something about when you got DJ, Nelly, and Boogie in that backcourt, the way they were playing today, it spaces the floor more.
Yeah.
You feel like you got more shooting threats. You got another guy who's just comfortable handling the ball. That's going to be so. We'll see if St. John's gets through this game. But St. John's is so stingy defensively. They'll pick you up. They'll press you. You got to have guys who are willing to abandon ship and go attack, put it on the deck. Boogie's going to be huge for Arkansas if they draw St. John's on Saturday.
Not to mention, I mean, he was 0 for 4 from 3 tonight. This is a guy that shooting was pretty much, I mean, he was Arkansas's best shooter when he was playing.
Right.
And catch and shoot, he's been pretty good in those. Tonight he wasn't, but, historically throughout the year, he's been really good in catch and shoot settings as well. So, he's going to have if Arkansas keeps playing, he's going to hit 2 or 3 threes at some point.
Yeah.
And that also, I mean, if Arkansas hit 3 threes, this is a 3 more threes, it's a blowout.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so
yes,
I just loved his demeanor too. Loved his demeanor and just the way he approached it, his composure out there. All the things we said earlier about his maturity, his ability to handle it. He didn't look like a guy who came in and was pressing and was trying to prove a point. He just wanted to help the team win, and he did that tonight.
Exclusive cards. Our guy, thank you.
Yeah.
Says pressure's on Kentucky now to get past the first round. All we heard all year was one and done. How about that, Kentucky? Yeah, we get to like we said, we get to kind of just sit back and chill and watch this one tomorrow with a smile on our face. Let the chips fall where they may for those guys, and see.
I'm just glad that I don't ever put myself in a position where I talk a lot of shit and might get it thrown back in my face. Glad I would never get myself in that predicament.
We got Blue chasing blues. He says, "Hey, BBN."
I like that. But rock them to sleep. Rock them to sleep. That is our child, by the way. We need to understand as a fan base, those are our children over there at BBN. So we make fun of them a lot, and we definitely rightfully make fun of them. Those are our children. We do have custody. So we have to at the end of the day, you give them shit and you kind of are annoyed that they're not better, but you still love them. They're still your kid. You still got to pay attention to them and give them a bottle every now and then.
Yeah, this is just this is part of the banter, man. It's just how it's gonna be. It's a rivalry now. Embrace it. What we got? Sharkensaw. He says, "Easy dub. Kansas sucks. Arkansas forever."
I saw
Best
Arkansas
team
and
of all
Kansas
time.
are now 8-8 all time against each other.
Oh wow, there you go.
So Arkansas and Kansas are basically neck and neck as a program.
I think it was Sharkensaw that I saw tweet from the poolside sports betting book at Circa in Vegas.
Sharkensaw?
Was it Sharkensaw?
Sharkensaw, are you living it up in Vegas, bro?
I hope that's true. I hope it was you. If not, maybe you need to go there or come here.
Yeah. Well, good for him.
Yeah, man. We got B. Walter in here. He says, "Boogeyman fit right in. Not a beat missed. Woo effing pig." SEC definitely prepared us for that game. That's the thing.
1000%.
We're literally not going to see an Arkansas team that's rattled or surprised by anything at this point, based on the schedule that they played. And I guess we'll see how everything else shakes out. Have we had an SEC team lose today?
Georgia got their absolute.
Okay, yeah. Gonzaga blew them out, and Missouri. Okay,
by double digits.
To Drake. Yeah, never mind. I was gonna say, hey, maybe people should shut up about 4 teams being in the league. Yeah, okay, maybe, maybe not. But Arkansas should, they belong there.
Yeah.
God. Damn, poor what's that dude's name in Missouri? Dennis Gates.
Yeah.
He did great the first year, and then they got popped by Princeton in the tournament. Then he went over in the SEC. Then they had the big bounce back year. Then they get popped by Drake.
Yeah.
That's tough, man. Mitchell, thank you. I mean, we appreciate it. I'm sure, and honestly, I'm sure you probably followed up with another chat.
Yeah, sorry if it got lost, man.
It's buried, but just know that we definitely appreciate you.
Feel free to retype it, and I might see it on the way in.
Yeah. Chris Sullivan wants to know why Avicic didn't play. I love Big Z. He's ineffective right now. He brings nothing to the table for Arkansas. He didn't in this game.
Well, I mean, the 2 bigs that played. I mean, Jonas played 39 minutes. So at the 5, he was going to play for a while. Trevin was playing awesome. You know what I mean? It's like there really wasn't any reason for Avicic to play. I mean, and there's going to be matchups. Like, hell, in a matchup against St. John's, I actually wouldn't hate Big Z bringing some offense to the table.
For sure.
But just tonight, it just didn't really make sense.
They were so physical, and they got into his body. He got 2 fouls right away. And so that's part of it, man. He's really kind of been struggling. They need to find that's kind of like the next thing that they could unlock to make a really nice run here. But then the other part of it is, when Jonas is hooping like that, you can't take him out. So we got Cody James in here. Remember Cody James from the old Hawk Sports days? Appreciate you, buddy, for hopping in
he's
here.
A ball knower.
He's a ball knower. Yeah, he's always in here. So we appreciate you, my friend. Drake Jones, he says, I had the Hogs by what was it say?
1-5.
Oh, 1-5 at plus 475.
Like the margin of victory thing.
And when Billy got fouled at the end there, it was bittersweet. Sealed the game. But lost the bet. Oh well. William F. Pig.
That's been a recurring theme today. Teams that are like covering the entire game, a certain spread, and then not at the final minute.
Hey, what did you so I predicted Arkansas to win 75-72. That was a score with 12 seconds left, and I was like, I'm gonna do it again.
That would have been
crazy.
Happen. I was like 70. I think I maybe said 79-74 or something like that.
You were close.
We were both close. Yeah, I didn't. I completely forgot about that.
And what did we say? That magic number. Shout out to Ben Brandon for the stats. 74. Get over 74.
Once again, another loss.
Yeah, unbelievable, man. We got Carmaduke. Goodness gracious, thank you so much. He says, winning is fun. Let's go, boys. Keep it going up there in Rhode Island. Driving up to Fayetteville from Louisiana tomorrow for some Hog baseball.
Oh, dude, hell yeah.
Blue freaking pig. Hey, go check out the Bombastic when you come down from this high.
Yeah.
The preview of this South Carolina series going to be another sweep for the Diamond Hogs.
On your drive tomorrow, Carmaduke.
Yeah.
Get you a little bombastic action in. Hell yeah. Going to be a big weekend for the Diamond Hogs, and we're going to be tapped in. We might even be like, now we won't stream it, but we'll get some type of post-game report.
Yeah. Sorry, I had to get a sip. It's a victory.
No, go ahead, go for it. You need me to filibuster a little bit. Next time you need a sip, just like nudge me and I can go on like a 30-minute rant at any point.
I've just been sitting here looking at it for 36 minutes, and I'm like, all right, I got to get a couple sips in here. Okay, nobody's going to be offended by it. We've got exclusive cards in here again. He says TB finally got his tournament game, and he didn't waste it. TB and Jonas were cooking. Yeah, round of applause for TB, man. So happy for him. You could tell when we were talking to him yesterday how much it meant to him to finally be able to have this opportunity to be here and play, and for him to ball out in a win. Oh my God, man. I know that felt good for him.
I said the whole thing about Kentucky being our children, and then, that is true. But Trevin, I even made this reference earlier that, like, he really is like our guy. He's the one returning guy. He's like the one kind of piece that everyone knew coming in. And he's been here for 3 years now. We've seen this kid go through a lot of ups and downs from a guy that was like a little skinny 6'9" guy that came from a dog shit Missouri team coming in. And we really like the athleticism. We love the idea of Trevin. We saw flashes of what he could be. We saw him get injured. We saw him struggle coming back from that injury in the middle of a mess last year. He's been a benefactor. I mean, like, when you come in and just change the program, which is what Cal has done, not that Muss had a bad program or anything, but I feel like it was an environment that Trevin has really thrived in. And it's just cool to see that story play out over the course of 3 years. Like, the first year was cool. We felt like we just didn't get enough.
Yeah.
And then year two was frustrating for everyone, for him, for us, for everyone on the team. And he's had to battle this year, man. Like, it hadn't been all sunshine and rainbows. He had to dig deep. He had to make some decisions internally about what kind of player he wanted to be, what kind of attitude he wanted to bring to this team. He's brought an awesome one. He's been a huge factor in their run down the stretch. And it's been awesome to see because we've known this was there all along. And I still feel like he's getting better every game. You know what I mean? Like, if I'm a scout, I'm looking at that guy and I'm like, in 3 years, this guy's going to be a freaking monster.
Shout out to TV, man. Very good stuff. Arkansas is up to 21-13 now. So, worst case scenario, John Calipari wins the season by a touchdown.
I love that.
I mean,
I love that.
I think that's where we're at. I had to kind of throw a little bit of a football reference in there because our next super chat's from Mitchell, and we got Burt Bielema.
I'm just looking forward to hopping on the wife. Hell yeah, I like that.
That's very well placed. Thank you. We would have read that comment without the super chat donation. That's good stuff right there, man. Very well done. We got Corey Dubs in here. He says, "I'm so mother flipping happy right now. Let's freaking go." It does my heart good, man, to see Razorback fans
celebrating
this again, enjoying this again, feeling confident, cocky, having pride in this basketball team. Last year sucked to cover. Man. It sucked to cover, and I know people were just so beaten down by some of that, and then the tough start to this year, in SEC play, and people were down, and we just kept. I mean, there were times where we were just like, listen. Please continue listening.
Right. We're like,
this basketball
we know this sucks, but
it'll get better, we think. And man. So it does the body good and the heart good and the soul good to see people enjoying this, man. So
they love this team.
Yes.
They love this team.
They do.
And they fall in love with this team because the team has given them something to believe in. They've earned the love that the fans have given them.
Do we know which button is which over here? Should I try to hit something?
I'm scared.
Yeah, I
Hit
don't
it.
want to screw anything up.
One of them's going to make us robot voice. I think let's hit him and see what happens. Yeah, I didn't like that one as much. Does it say it on there?
Okay. Yeah, no, I don't know.
Was very much not the I love this team button. John left us with the Roadcaster. We don't know what the hell to do.
Oh, man. I hope he's not watching right now. What do you guys do with the Roadcaster?
We didn't mean to play crickets. We didn't know what the button was going to do. People are why you play crickets?
I just got my very expensive equipment back. Stop screwing with it.
Yeah.
What are you, children? Oh, Corey Dubs, he said, stuck at Cat's Spine.
Listen, now that we're like in a good spot, I do like Cats by 90, and I hope he sticks around. Even though we've been kind of I've been very mean to him, if I'm being honest with you. But yeah, suck at Cats by 90. Let's just be honest.
I have a playful and mutual banter with Cats by 90 that I appreciate, and I notice on days when he's not around.
I definitely noticed. I'm like, where's he at, bro? And every now and then I'll like pop in like 45 minutes in. But no, Cats by listen, we appreciate people that love ball.
Yeah.
And that's what like obviously everyone, the Arkansas fans that listen to the show, we can tell the ones that really love ball. Cats by 90 loves ball.
Yes.
He's good with me.
I love this from Kingsley. Says tough day for the Razorback basketball pocket watching committee. Hope y'all congratulate just as loud as y'all hated. Yeah, and that's
I'm sure they will.
One of the reasons why I brought up Nelly and Jonas, because we talk about escaping allegations. They needed to escape some allegations, and both of them have done that down the stretch. And then they did it in the tournament. Man, it's like this weird full circle thing where thank you guys so much.
Thank y'all so much for coming out, man. Yeah.
It just you kind of feel like I don't know, like you're finally getting what you were supposed to, and that's why I feel like there's no way this season can end tonight, right? Because it's like, oh, the whole reason you brought Jonas and Nelly in here is because of their, deep NCAA tournament experience. They're the veterans, they're the leaders, and they just weren't all year, but now they are. So it's just, it's crazy, man. We got Dr. Brock Landers. Oh my goodness! Thank you so much for the super chat. That's good stuff right there.
This is a great chat.
Arkansas Razorbacks need to win 2 more games to be considered last 4 in. Super chat to pay my dude's been listening to y'all all year. Thank you so much.
Dude, I'm gonna troll some of the bracketologists tonight and be like, "Hey, is Arkansas in yet? Are they good?" That's good shit, man. That's good shit, man. We really appreciate that. And what a super chat. One that it's a big boy one, and to make me actually belly laugh was good.
Oh man, I absolutely love it. We got Kingsley says, "Damn, do we have to carry the SEC in the tournament again this year?"
I mean, hey. Auburn looked a little shaky today. I know they won by 20, but
how'd Tennessee wind up? I'm sure
they won by 15. Wofford covered the spread. Just in case anyone bet on Wofford plus 18.
Texas A&M took care of business, right?
Yeah, they won by like 10 or something like that. They look pretty good.
All right, okay. Gosh, Scott Walker says, "What about TB, my man?" Yeah, I know we just did the soliloquy on him, but we could do a little bit of one again. You brought it up, but I cannot get over his second half effort on the glass. I mean, he was in Arkansas. That was one of the things they struggled with in the first half. I mean, when you have to have Carter Knox trying to guard KJ Adams, I mean, you're going to get hurt on the glass. It's just the way it is. But, man, he really flipped the freaking script for Arkansas in the second half. That dude was skying for rebounds. It's crazy.
There's a very simple concept that I love of this team. Everyone that's on it just wants to be a part of it. They love being a part of it, and they just are trying to figure out any way they can to help.
Yeah.
And that's the vibe that this team has. Everyone is just like, all right, what can I do? What is my role? What can I do that'll help this team? TB sees his moments in these games and he's like, I can make some plays here. I'm getting looks that I like. I can get a rebound over this guy. Like, he just finds the ways to impact the game. And that's what all these guys, I mean, everybody we've talked about from Boogie on down, I mean, Nelly, even Carter at times, like, they all find ways. They're just like, look, I don't know. I might not be able to make all the plays, but I can make this play. And Arkansas needed pretty much all these guys to do their role. It's just as awesome, man.
How do you think Unbiased Brim's feeling right now?
Unbiased Brim's feeling great.
He's coming back, you think?
He said he's heading back. I think he said he's heading back.
Yeah, I know he had to drive back home. I wonder if he's going to come back Saturday.
I don't know, but dude, shout out to Unbiased Brim, dude. What a awesome, legend,
awesome hang, man.
Awesome hang. I mean, and we knew he would be an awesome hang. Like, we had a pretty good feel for that, but like, he just gave us a couple rides, kicked it with us.
He was like, "Why are you guys trying to get an Uber?" I'll drive you guys over to the game and stuff. Like, it was very cool. Unbiased Brim, an OG, a legend of the chat, and absolutely goated human being. So definitely want to give him a shout out. I mean,
listen, we haven't really had that experience where we've met someone from the internet and been like, you know what I mean? Like, So it's like always good. Like I wasn't surprised when we met Kingsley and he was the man. I wasn't surprised when we met Unbiased Prim. But there's always that part. Like there's a very possible chance that these people are just crazy.
Yeah, we never know if you're weirdos or not.
That's what I'm saying.
In our mind, we like to think that you aren't. But
right. But it's like it's always possible. I mean, hell, when I first met you, I was like, this might be a weirdo. Who knows?
It's and I still might be. Honestly,
well, yeah.
But you know, Heartbroken Hog. We really appreciate you. Says everyone like and subscribe. The Best Arkansas podcast. Love y'all. Love the Hogs. Wouldn't want to experience this roller coaster with anyone else. Well, we want to experience with anyone else besides you guys. So
yeah, man.
We really do. I mean, God, it's crazy. I mean, we're 45 minutes into this thing. It's what's today? Thursday. People might have to work tomorrow. There's still almost 1,000 people watching this just on YouTube alone. Man. My goodness, man.
Shout out to Heartbroken Hog. He's been giving us a lot of love, man. I mean, he's been around forever.
Heartbroken Hog is an OG too.
Yeah. I know.
Old guy.
Yeah, he's an old guy. He's an old guy. He dabbles in some other programs, but I know that he loves us though.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
deep down.
We got Corey Evans in here. Appreciate the super chat. Thank you. He says for all the Cal, Nelly, and Uncle Jonas haters, this one is for you. How about them Hogs? Woo pig. Yeah, I mean that this goes to their NIL. Like for all the people who are probably requesting Venmos or whatever to get some NIL back. You know what I'm saying? Can't do that now. Hey, John Neighbors is here.
He's John Neighbors. Will we be able to find a way to get his audio in this sucker? Who knows? But he is here. Yeah. He's got a microphone.
Oh, hey, there we go. Hey, we're going to get John in here after all. How about that? Let's see. We got Rufus.
Shout out to Rufus from UK. Yeah.
Heck yes. Says, what a rapturous display of athletic ferocity. I'm in New York City for a spell. Watch from a midtown bar, bourbon in hand, my heart unsteady. Perhaps I take the early train to Providence.
Dude,
yes,
Rufus, absolutely come to Providence Saturday, 1,000%. If you're looking for a sign, this is it.
We're going to get you to an Irish pub. That's what we're going to do.
I was like, it sounded a little weird here. All right, we're making room for our Johnny boy.
Yeah, let's get John in here.
What's going on, fellas? Hopefully this microphone of mine's not too loud for you.
Oh, no, you sound good. When you're talking into it, it just also is picking up other things. But,
wonderful.
Yeah.
We'll make it work.
Get snug in here.
Get in here. Get in here.
Corners and everything.
Oh,
just
that would have been so funny if I would have just knocked
that would have been a
God, that would have been awesome.
How we feeling, boys?
I mean, we feel great.
Winter chicken dinner, right?
We need to know how you're feeling after hanging out in the locker room after that.
Dude, it was great. You're going to be able to see the entire video of all the locker room hubbub, but great vibes in there, man. Great vibes. Had a chance to catch up with pretty much everybody that was a player in the game. Jonas Adu is cool as a cucumber, man. The first question I asked him when I got a chance to talk to him was just like, how that feel? He just goes, felt pretty good.
Pretty sick, dropping 22 points in the NCAA tournament games. Would recommend.
His vibes were high. Carter Knox, I think, he didn't, have any sort of like major way of playing in the game, but his reaction when I asked him about Jonas Adu was hysterical. Like every single one of those guys was so happy for Jonas.
Yeah.
And the way that he played, again, all the players were ready to be back. Boogie playing, how it felt for him to be back.
Yeah.
Just again, ultimate high vibes, but also they were all very like, we got another game. It wasn't making too big of a deal out of it, which is exactly what you want to see.
It's gonna be a dogfight with Omaha.
So. Yeah, I know.
They are in fact correct. There is another game.
Yeah. So, but it was just, you could just tell, man, they wanted this, they wanted to win it, and maybe I'm looking too much into it because, like I said, I don't know ball, but I know people, and people like that, you could tell they expected to win that game.
Yeah.
They expected to win that game. They're almost like a little annoyed that it was even close. And they got asked about the zone a lot, and they said, yeah, there was a little bit of a surprise there. He's like, but we got to make sure we're better from that. A lot of guys said it. So either way, it was just great vibes, great win, survive in advance, and I was told that Cal loses in the first round, but apparently that's a myth. That's a lie.
That carrot is still dangling in front of them. You still gotta follow it, boys. The breadcrumbs, you still gotta go.
That's right.
We've been taking the ultimate victory lap for John Calipari here. So that's what we've been doing for the last 49 minutes.
I would be too.
Jonas, Clutch Nelly, DJ getting his redemption, Trevin getting to do this thing again. So it's every single guy. There's like a unique storyline with them. It's unreal, and it's what I was telling Andrew is like, you're feeling like you're just now getting the team that they were supposed to be. There was no way it could end tonight. There was no way, and it did. So hey,
I was just happy to see them where, when they got by 10, you even texted into the group, Curtis. You're like, they're up by double digits. We know what's going to happen here.
And they did.
I started to tweet it, but I didn't want to piss off the entire fan base. So I was like,
But listen, Kansas came back. Took, I think, what was it? They led by 3, maybe the most, or 5, whatever
3.
it was. But weathered the storm. Nelly hit some big shots. The 3-point basket, hitting the free throws. Just great to see. Great to see. Never a doubt. Easiest win ever. Moving on to the next one.
And Arkansas still owns Kansas.
I'm telling you.
We are your father.
You saw what they tweeted out? It's called Kinsaw. It's what the University of Arkansas Raceback Twitter account says. It's like it's officially Kinsaw. Yeah.
I absolutely love it. We've still got some super chats here that we're going to continue to roll through. Yeah. Blue Chasing Blues says, 1, Hero Watch on. 2, Kentucky. Please tell us where that mean man touched you.
Wow. That's pretty good.
Oh, good stuff. We'll see about Hero. I mean, he's not
going to
we're not going to see him Saturday.
Yeah.
We're not going to see him Saturday. But if they win and move on, we'll see about next week. But guys, what you got to remember, he hasn't practiced yet. And it's a lower body injury. It's not like Boogie where he's able to stay in shape and stuff and the hand's good and you just go play. Like he would have to ramp himself back up, get into shape. Can he move laterally? Can he jump? I would not bet on that being a thing, but certainly won't Saturday. We'll cross that bridge after the weekend.
Yeah.
And
we'll cross that bridge when we cross the Golden Gate Bridge.
That's right. That's exactly right.
Isn't that what it's called in San
Yes,
Francisco?
it is, yeah.
Fuck, yes, I'm so glad I got that right.
We got JP Sullivan here. He says, can't stop smiling. So happy for this team. Cal and for that badass fan base. Heck, let's just go win the whole thing now.
Shout out to JP Sullivan. I mean, he's been a legend of the chat.
Yes.
That's a very sweet comment under Pod at the Palace this morning. Just
Very
good stuff.
cool. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. And we really do appreciate you. There's nothing that makes me happier than seeing him drop the turkey emojis.
He loves that turkey
man.
strut, man.
Oh, we got Hog Soul in here. He says, your stay in Providence just got a lot better. Enjoy the weekend, boys. Yes.
It would. I mean,
yes.
We would have made the most of it and gotten through it. But
Yeah.
being here for 3 days, not covering basketball, would have been a little tough.
Yeah. JT Hazelwood, our guy, is Hunter Dickinson. Time to learn enterprise, buddy.
Yeah, that's big time.
So we've had an enterprise allegation. We've had a better learn LinkedIn, I think is what we had earlier for not so big dick energy. Okay. Scoreless in the second. Did you know that? Hunter Dickinson didn't score in the second half.
I was aware of that. I was aware of that.
Were they talking about it in the locker room?
Well, I mean, I did ask the question. I was just like, against a player like Hunter Dickinson, for Jonas Adu to do it, I didn't think they seemed too surprised by the ability of Jonas Adu.
We're stunned he scored in the first half, actually.
Yeah.
I mean, they went to that dude every possession he was in there in the first half.
Literally
all
that.
My God, man, craziness. We gave Unbiased Brim a very nice shout out right before he walked in here, just about being the ultimate good people, and just appreciate him. Came out to Snookers and hung out with us, and gave us a ride around. He didn't even charge us the Uber fares.
Was he going on no sleep too?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, my man.
Dude's got some driving in him, man. Yeah.
Yeah, he says, appreciate you, brothers. Had to head back. Hope the Saturday game is earlier so I can pull up again. Well, let us know, man, because we would love to kick it again for sure. We got Alan with the super sticker. We love the super stickers. I don't know what they are.
Super sticker fan.
Yeah, we certainly appreciate it. That's awesome. Hayden Ulmer, another OG.
Yeah.
Us and Hayden Ulmer go way back. He says, we're addicted to hurting Kansas, and I love it. We were state first. They pronounced their state incorrectly.
Glad we cleared that up.
I think we're all in agreement with that one. They just they need to do an executive order. We might need to get Donald Trump on this. Go ahead and make the change. If you can do the Gulf of America, you can do Kansas.
Let's just go the Gulf of Arkansas.
We got Jude Williams in here. He says, "Go Hogs! We love it, man,
Love it,
and appreciate you." Is that a child I see?
That is a child.
I like that.
Is that Mama Armstrong?
That is Mama Armstrong in the chat.
Hey,
That is Mama Armstrong in the chat. Yeah.
Says, "Hey y'all, this is so exciting! Go Hogs!" Let's go,
Absolutely.
man.
Love that.
Good luck to your son in the NFL, getting drafted and everything.
I was listening. Did you guys listen to any of the pro day stuff? I saw an interview out there with Andrew Armstrong, and he was dropping knowledge, man. Like he was asked about the feedback that he's getting and everything, and like what they like about him, his ability to obviously catch the football and make plays and everything. But he was talking about working on his like his hips and everything, getting in and out of his routes and stuff. Like he's dialed in. So,
the NFL teams were like, "Hey man, we really love that you're just good at everything. We love that."
Yeah, we like good football
I heard
players.
him
in the
and
NFL.
him and Ty Broden were very fast the other day.
Yeah.
So Sauces was saying.
I can't wait to see where Andrew Armstrong winds up, man.
I also love that the Armstrong family's like tapped in on this. Like, it's not even this Arkansas basketball, but they're like,
Razorbacks for life.
they're hogs, man. Y'all are hogs for life. I hope y'all know that.
Once a hog, always a hog, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Oh man, who else we got in here? Iowa Hogs, right?
Yeah, that's Iowa hog.
I need to get my specs out here. I'm a little far away. I love that, man. We definitely appreciate it. And man, what a good night, dude.
Don't miss Aiden up there.
The vibes are an all-time high. Aiden, Vampire Rick doesn't know what's coming.
Hey, Vampire Rick's in a dogfight right now.
Yeah, Vampire Rick, they're up.
he's
They're up
picking up now.
6 right now
they're
against
on a run.
Omaha. But
It's getting hairy a little bit.
Well,
they're gonna have to play a full 40 minutes.
and that's what you want, right?
Yeah.
Like you want those guys to work, you want them to sweat, you want them to be tired too. And it looks like that's going to be the case. So shout out to former assistant coach at Arkansas, Chris Crutchfield, for helping us out here a little bit. We appreciate that. We got Odell outside. He says Torres just reminded us that Patino does not play zone. Hope he doesn't hit the clubs to drown his sorrow Saturday night. Enjoy tonight, Rick. He doesn't, but he will press Arkansas. And we talked about that earlier, about how good you have to feel about Arkansas at this point with Boogie Flan back, because it gives you another ball handler where sometimes you just got to go off script, drive by it, man. Just drive by it. The hell with the press breaker. Boogie Flan can be a press breaker. You got him, DJ, other guys, multiple ball handlers on the floor at once against St. John's. Massively important. So that's good stuff.
Hot take, I'd rather face the zone than the press.
Me too, probably.
I mean, I feel like Arkansas done pretty well against. Tonight was the worst they've done against zone. Maybe early in the year they got zoned a few times.
They did.
And they need to figure it out a little bit.
If they can get the damn ball in bounds against the press, they break it. You know what I mean?
You're
Like
right,
they usually get dunks. But goodness gracious, we've got Anthony in here. We appreciate you with a very specific
number
there. I love that. Thanks so much. We picked from Spartanburg, South Carolina.
Oh, yeah.
Beer fun for tonight. Well, thank you. And again,
Number
cheers.
one.
Yeah, number one. We appreciate you. Ice Cold Mint Julep, 1 of 13 perfect brackets left. Been a good day.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Nice work.
That is pretty. That's an accomplishment that I would talk about for the rest of my life if I were him.
Yeah, absolutely. I guess we'll have to do some little mini updates on the bracket challenge we get on Inside Arkansas Live tomorrow. And
absolutely.
See how that's going there. Sounds like Ice Cold Mint Julep.
Also, I just realized, is he talking about our bracket challenge? Or is he talking about I thought he was talking about all
like he
the
did 13 brackets and
no, like that there's only 13 perfect brackets left, but I guess there are more than that.
Okay. Oh, maybe that's what he's talking about then.
I'd assume.
Okay, I got you. Yeah, I got you. Adriano says, can TB come back and will he? Yes, he can. Will he? I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. It's one of those weird things because a few weeks ago I'd have said, yeah, probably not. But now he's really kind of embraced the role, and you're seeing what you need to see from his relationship with John Calipari is strong. Yeah. But man, if he continues to do this and he's a fourth-year guy, he might need to just go start his block.
He's a prospect.
So,
he's very much a prospect. I don't know if he's quite on that draftable radar yet, but I would imagine he's going to be getting close.
John, I want to get your. We spent a lot of time talking about Jonas Adu. I know you gave him a couple shout outs, but this is going to be a parlay into you being able to give your thoughts on Jonas. But we got Mason in here. He says Jonas went from arguably the worst on the team to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in 3 games. It's super obvious now how bad that foot was a pest for him. How about Jonas, man? I mean, gosh, he went from essentially unplayable. You could tell he was hurt. Now he's balling out. He's the vibes coordinator. He called Carter Knox a snapping turtle, and then he goes out there and dominates Hunter Dickinson.
Yep. I mean, you can't say enough about him. And you could just tell he found something there in the early part of the game where he was just like, I got something here, and this guy's not going to stop me. Whether it's the little floaters or it got to the point where I was almost getting pissed off. I'm like, why are you not letting Jonas Adu catch the ball every single possession down the court? I don't care if it's zone or not. The dude was backing him down. The dude was hitting jumpers. The dude was doing everything, and he could not have come at a better time because I know that you want everybody to play well. But Big Z ain't it tonight. He was not in tonight. And if the Big Z couldn't do it, Trevin Brazil, he's great, but he can only do so much. You got to have that type of presence. He's being the player that everyone was hoping to see defensively, offensively. I also asked him, I'm like, hey, so you'll do that 20-point game again, right? And he was just like, man, anybody on this team is capable of getting 20 points. And I'm like, that's the good answer. That's a good team answer. So, yeah, I'm just happy for him. Like, I know you could just tell. I asked all of them, too. Was it his injury that he just got over and made him play well, or is it other things? None of them even brought up the injury. They said he's just been putting in the work and developing. So, yeah, the whole team was thrilled for Jonas Adu.
They're not an excuse-making team. That's not what they do.
Nope.
James, he says he wants us to not acknowledge us, but we're going to. Yeah. Just to say thank you, because we really do appreciate it. It's blowing me away how many people continue to watch this. And we've been going on for so long here, and this is crazy, and we appreciate the support.
Seriously.
Says just keep up the good work. Don't acknowledge. Prefer use it to buy a few more beers after we beat St. John's. Keep cooking.
Well, we can still do that.
Yeah,
we'll still do that. But we wanted to give you your shout out though as well, man. Appreciate you.
Oh man, Scott's back in here. He says, watching the St. John's game, I think I'd rather play St. John's.
Yeah, I'll tell you right now. Bit.
I would rather play St. John's too. I listen. This is a very vindicating and validating win tonight. I want nothing to do with John Kelly Perry facing a mid-major.
Fair enough. A 15 seed, yeah.
No, hell no, man.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah, because I was trying to think of all the championship-winning coaches that Cal has faced. He's undefeated against them this year.
Yeah. Well, think about it. That's the one way Kentucky fans can still make fun of you is if you lose to Omaha.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's why I would rather play St. John's.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Plus, I just want to talk to Rick Pitino. Like, we'll have a chance to talk to Rick Pitino. So that'll be really cool.
Yeah. No, that'll be awesome. Whitty says I'm a weirdo. Yeah, we were talking about unbiased for him and how cool he was. And it's like, you have a pretty good idea about some folks, but you never really know about people on the internet until you meet them. And we say, there's probably some weirdos out there. Whitty, one of them.
You fall into our category of the weirdo we like. Like Curtis is a weirdo, but I still like him.
Yeah, exactly, man. Of course. We got Drake in here. He says, "So some friends, I would streak down Broadway if Troy beats Kentucky. Ready to be exposed in Nashville tomorrow."
I hope your testes are out in Nashville.
I would rub my nipples with sandpaper and beat my wiener with nitroglycerin if they found a way to make that happen.
I
really hope that you guys are doing weird things with your bodies tomorrow night.
You should save your super chat money for bail money, man. If that's your plan there.
That's a dangerous game you're about to play, actually. I hope you stay safe, but I do hope you get the opportunity to do that.
Yes. Cat John Nice, thank you.
Yeah.
Again, so sorry if you had a follow-up comment there. It's unfortunately we're kind of buried with the chats here. Good Lord, we appreciate everybody. We got Josh in here. He says, should I fly out for the game Saturday?
Yes.
Yeah,
I think so.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you have an opportunity to go to a game, I'm just telling you, forget about if they win or not. If you've never been to an NCAA tournament game with your favorite team playing in it, do it. If you have a chance, do it. It is absolutely worth it.
Right. Yeah, 100%.
Big boy.
We got our
Hey John, which one? We found out which one does crickets.
The yellow.
Big Yellow does.
Do you know what this button does?
Doesn't do anything
this
right
is
now.
what BBN has to say tonight.
Crickets.
The neon yellow is the air horn, and the red is I love this team, and then the other one's the BS.
We were looking for our I love this team earlier. We were just like pressing
top one.
Yeah,
man.
we were like, if John's watching this right now, he's like, I just got my expensive equipment back, and these idiots are just over here pushing buttons.
But you didn't make you sound like a robot or whatever Andrew did that one time, like in the road.
Lars robot was great.
Captain Solo, thank you
dude.
very
Holy
much.
for real.
This is a party going on right here. Loving the coverage, guys. Blue Pig Suey. Thank you so much. And again, shout out to Union Station Brewing. This place is awesome. They're super hospitable. We'll be back here Saturday after the game. We'll be back at Snookers tomorrow for Inside Arkansas Live. Providence rocks, man. It's just
got a great vibe.
Dude.
It's
I'm
a
all
lot.
over it.
It's hard to have bad vibes when your team wins an NCAA tournament game.
Yes.
But there's been good vibes in this little area all week, man. It's been fun.
And speaking of coverage, when we wrap up this show, and we'll start winding down here in a couple minutes, but be on the lookout for all of our – are the interviews up yet or no? All the interviews up yet or no?
It's loading. I was actually seeing if I was
Okay.
trying to try to get a Wi-Fi password for it.
It's
but,
Union Station 23.
it's Union Station 24,
23.
23.
No
Lowercase?
caps. Yeah.
No
So
cap.
be on the lookout
Yeah,
for
okay.
that. Okay, that's going to be up there, and you guys can hear what all the players had to say in the locker room with John back there. It's going to be some really good stuff. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Once we wrap up here and have a brewski, I'm going to force Andrew to hop on
Yeah,
with me and
player
get through a
grades.
report card as quickly as possible. We say that we always go long. We're going to do it as quick as we can. Tomorrow we'll be back at Snookers for Inside Arkansas Live, 1 to 3 Eastern, so normal time back home. And then we're going to be back out at the arena. No open practice, but open locker rooms again. So we'll get to talk to the Razorbacks. I'm not sure when St. John's goes. Maybe we'll get to talk to them as well. Long story short, a lot going on.
Yeah.
And then baseball is playing, right?
Yeah.
So it's going to be
That's
busy.
still a thing.
It's still a thing.
It's
And tomorrow night, I mean, hell, at I guess it'll be 6:30 Central Time, 7:30 for us.
there we go.
We'll be feeling good around that time tomorrow night.
Yes, absolutely. Very good because Will Richards paying for dinner tomorrow.
We're gonna
It's
have
like-
to eat and drink a lot tonight. It would appear.
Yes, so.
That's
Hey,
tough.
we really appreciate it for sure. That's very cool. My dinner is going to be consumed in liquid calories this evening as way of celebration. But we thank you. We thank you for that very much. Robert says, stat of the day, Hunter Dickinson's last basket was between the 7-8 minute mark in the first half.
Wow,
I didn't realize he didn't score that long down the stretch there either. So that's man,
That is big time.
big time stuff for sure. Let's see. We got our man Matt in here. Thank you so much for the super chat. The support says Woo Pick Suey. Hell of a win tonight. Watching from Nebraska tonight. Thanks
We're
for
all
the
over the
coverage,
map,
guys.
man. Hell yeah,
Nebraska. Omaha? Nebraska?
Omaha.
See you there in a few months, maybe.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, if you're in, yeah, come hang out with us in Omaha for sure.
Exactly. Gosh, man.
When we come thank Omaha for taking care of St. John's.
Oh, okay. All right. We got inside. Yeah, he said
Okay.
yes. The Inside Arkansas Bracket Challenge. Only bracket with the cool kids. Proud damn channel. You guys are awesome.
This is
Thanks
a
for all
proud
you
damn
do.
channel. That's right. I
Hell
told
yeah.
man, Julep.
Hell yeah.
Still very impressed. I mean, there was like almost 500 people in that group. So for
My
you to be in the
bracket is
final
not
13,
one of the perfect ones.
yeah,
so.
mine is not perfect either. But shout out to Ice Cold Man Julep, man.
Yeah, very cool. And also, shout out to Jamie here,
Yeah,
calling the Hogs in
DC.
DC. Wow, okay. Appreciate you guys. How far is DC from Providence?
It's like 6.5 hours. I texted Robert Stewart the other day, and I was
Okay.
like, buddy, dude, I'm going to be in the Northeast. Let's hang out. He's like, yeah, it's
It's doable.
very
Jamie,
long way.
We'll see you Saturday.
Yeah.
Figure it out.
Yeah.
This can happen.
I mean, Northeast is all the same, just come on.
All
You're a
right.
train away.
We made it through them, fellas.
Wow, we did.
Yeah, my goodness, man. Thank you, everybody, for all of this. This has been fun.
It's been fun, and dude, it's just beginning.
Yes.
The journey is not over.
Yes.
Well,
Go ahead.
I want to
please.
say that me and Curtis are officially 9-3 in the NCAA tournament. And Andrew, welcome to the club.
Last
You're
I
undefeated.
checked, 100% is better
Yep,
than 75%.
that's
Just saying.
true.
You're right,
Undefeated,
you're right.
never lost. Andrew Ellis inside of the NCAA tournament. But we're just saying we have never seen a first round exit. And it did not happen tonight. And that's what I was so excited about. We'll see what happens the rest of the way. But I know it's probably over the top, but still, y'all don't know how hard it is to win in the NCAA tournament. And for Arkansas to have 9 NCAA tournament wins over the past 5 years
Unreal.
is insane.
Crazy.
And so you want to
Don't take it for
expect more.
granted.
Yes, exactly. Do not take it for granted. I know you want to expect more. You want to keep it going. We all do, but you got a win today. You know who didn't? Missouri didn't get a win today. They went home.
It's hard to win in this
It's
tournament,
hard
man.
to win. So every single win, doesn't matter how ugly, how stupid, how dumb, how poor play, whatever. A win is a win is a win. Survive and advance, and that's what the Hogs did tonight.
I mean, dude, the first 18 years of my life, Arkansas won 3 NCAA tournament games the entire time, and they were separated 5 years apart each time.
Yeah.
I remember when they beat Indiana. I remember vividly watching that, being like, "Holy cow, my team won an NCAA tournament game." Freaking common now. Now I'm bored. I am bored with NCAA tournament wins. I want more.
Now you just got to get to a Final Four.
I'm not even going to watch the first round next year. Our season does not start until the Sweet 16. I mean, come on.
Well, listen, all Cal had to do to get off of this whole like first round exit thing is you just had to go to superior program.
Yeah, just go to a well-run organization with a great leader, Hunter Yurachek, at the helm of it, and a fat stack of cash delivered to him by the chicken man.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
That's not something Kentucky could have given him. So I get it. I know why he left. This makes sense.
Pours over there in Lexington.
That's right.
Which Quinn is hating it. I bet Quinn is so sick of himself in Lexington. I hope he's at that horse racing bar that we were at.
I hope so too. Yeah, I hope so too. He DM'd me earlier and was like, "You might be right about Creighton." I still think Auburn's going to win the game, but like there might be something.
If that spread is bigger than 3 points, I'm probably going to bet Creighton.
I think so too. Well, actually, I'm not going to bet anything because I'll be here. But
yeah, fair enough.
I'll think about it. I'll tell my wife.
No betting in Rhode Island, they say.
Yeah. Whew. All right. Final thoughts. I need a zinger from both of you. We'll get out of here.
Zinger. My zinger is just, like we said, don't take this for granted. And it's just cool to see this story playing out, man. And who cares when it ends? It's just been a fun journey to get here. Like we said, this is a successful season at this point, at least in terms of a vibes, in terms of a fun standpoint. We love this team. Like, this has been a fun basketball season to watch. Regardless of how it ends up now, like, we can go to sleep. When you lay your head on that pillow, you know that they gave us everything they had. They gave us everything they had. I love this team. I really do. Go ahead and click it.
I love coaching this team.
It felt so good to hit that button.
And I love watching this team.
God,
like, I get excited when they play. Where, like, most of the times when I know that sounds like a normal concept. Normally when your sport teams play, it's the worst experience in the world. You don't look forward to it most of the time. You're excited. You're getting some drinks, but it's like you're nervous. You're kind of like, I don't know. But I just love these guys, man. I will watch every clip that I see on Twitter. I will watch every interview John posted. I will see every bit of content about this team because I freaking love it. And I just didn't feel that way 2 months ago. And so it's just nice to be on this journey and watch them grow up in real time. Like I said, dude, these kids on this team are going to remember this shit for the rest of their lives. They had a chance to quit in so many of these games. Most times when you give up a double-digit deficit, that's usually when you quit. That's usually when you're like, crap, it's not our night. So like we said,
the team starts playing.
This team has been there so many times. They're going to look back, and they're always going to remember, like, man, we dug deep. We were down 3 with 3 minutes left, and we called a timeout, and Coach Cal coached us up, and we won the NCAA tournament against freaking Bill Self. And like that kind of stuff is going to live with you forever. When they're 60 years old, they're going to tell their grandkids about this NCAA tournament game. Like, Jonas Adu is 100% going to be Papa Joe, and he's going to be like, I busted Hunter Dickinson's ass 22 points. Like, this is the stuff, like, we remember this stuff. We remember the moments, and no matter what, we're all going to remember this team.
Oh, yeah.
Only thing I got to say is Fayetteville is 1,512 miles away, but the call of the Hogs can be heard all the way to Providence, Rhode Island.
All the way to Union Station.
There you have it, folks. Hey, we really, really appreciate everybody for hanging out with us after this game. The vibes are immaculate. That was awesome. John Calipari's here. He just won an NCAA tournament game. Arkansas beat Kansas tonight, people. Survive in advance, moving on. St. John's, Omaha, who gives a damn? The Hogs are playing again on Saturday, and it's a beautiful thing. We're out of here. Appreciate you for tuning in. Stay tapped into what we got going on at Inside Arkansas. Just subscribe to the channel. Turn those noties on because there's going to be so much coming out over the course of the next few days, and we're so excited to be able to bring you guys all the great coverage here from Providence. So for John Avers, for Andrew Ellis, been Curtis Wilkerson with Inside Arkansas on the Pod at the Palace. You guys have a great night. Celebrate. We'll see you again tomorrow.